Good morning, students of class 10. Welcome back to the online classes. Let's continue our lesson in geography, resources and development. So now, today we'll study about soil erosion and soil conservation. In our previous class also we have talked some about it. Today we'll continue soil erosion and conservation. First of all, what do you mean by soil erosion? Here, number one, when the topsoil is blown away by wind or washed away by running water, it is described as soil erosion. So, number one, it's very clear, when the topsoil is washed away by running water or blown away by wind, it is termed as soil erosion. Number two, the process of soil formation and erosion go hand in hand in nature, and there is a balance between the two. According to the nature, soil erosion and soil formations, they go hand in hand. They happen at the same time, and there is a balance between the two. Soil erosion and soil formation. So there is a balance. But sometimes this balance is disturbed. This balance is disturbed by human activities. What are the human activities? Human activities there are various, such as deforestation, overgrazing, construction, urbanization, construction of industries and infrastructure, mining, and so on, various. So these activities such as deforestation, overgrazing, construction, mining, this led to the disturbance in the balance of soil formation and soil erosion. Now here, not only human factors, natural factors are also there. Natural forces are also responsible for the same. Natural factors or natural forces are also responsible for the same, for soil erosion, such as running water, wind, glacier. This led to erosion. That is natural forces, natural process, or you can say natural forces. But apart from natural process, human activities at a faster pace for development, for modernization, human beings have exploited, as well as the process of erosion is very, very fast. That leads to the disturbance or the balance between the two. Number 5, the running water. We know that running water cuts through the clayey soil. If the soil is very soft, clay, then the running water cuts through the clayey soil and makes deep channels. They cut through the clayey soil, soft soil, and make channels. This is called gullies, or you can say gully erosion. When these gullies become very wide, like a valley, then it becomes ravine. We call it ravine. Now here, the Chambal Basin. The Chambal Basin is a good example of this. Millions of years ago there was a gully erosion. Now it has become so wide, it becomes like a valley, and it is also called a ravine. So the Chambal Basin is a good example. When gullies become very, very wide, it is called ravines. So remember that. And Chambal Basin is a good example of this. Sometimes water flows as a sheet. The water spreads over a large area and it starts flowing, especially during the wherever there is a slope. Sometimes water flows as a sheet over large areas down the slope, and in such cases the topsoil is washed away from a larger area, and this is also known as sheet erosion. So when the water flows in a sheet over a large area down the slope, the topsoil is washed away. This is also called sheet erosion. Now we have talked about various things about factors and processes, natural and human activities. These are the processes or factors that lead to soil erosion. In our next class, we will talk about the conservation methods. It's not very difficult. Conservation methods. For conservation, we need to plant more trees, grow grasses where the land is not used, and we must be very careful while doing our work, especially human activities should be carefully planned and managed so that it will not disturb the nature, as well as minimum soil erosion take place. So we'll talk about conservation methods in our next class, and we are about to coming to an end to this lesson. So that's all for today. We'll continue our lesson in our next class, and I hope we'll finish that lesson in our next class. And that's all for today, and we'll meet in the next class. Thank you for watching the video. Stay safe and keep on studying. Do your regular studies. I don't have to tell you, or your parents don't have to tell you. You know it very well what you have to do. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching.